From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the news report for September 29th, 2025. President Donald Trump said Saturday that he will send troops to Portland, authorizing full force if necessary to handle domestic terrorists as he expands his deployment to more American cities. Oregon Democratic Governor Tina Kotek responded by saying Trump is abusing his authority by ordering troops into a city that she said is doing just fine on its own. She was joined by other government, police, and business leaders who all said soldiers are not needed, and Trump is presenting a patently false picture of the city. Trump made his announcement on social media, writing that he was directing the Department of Defense to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland. Trump said the decision was necessary to protect U.S. Immigration and Customs enforcement facilities, which he alleged are under siege from attack by Antifa, even though Antifa is a philosophy, not an actual organization, and other domestic terrorists. In an afternoon news conference, Kotek said she directly told Trump and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem earlier in the day that troops are not needed, and she believes he does not have the authority to deploy the military there. We can manage our own local public safety needs. There is no insurrection. There is no threat to national security, Kotek told reporters. The governor said she tried to understand his reasoning during their conversation. In response, all Trump said was, "Let's just keep talking." Turning to other news, Maine's food pantries are staring down volunteer shortages while anticipating massive cuts. Phyllis Allen spends her days looking for things. She searches for potatoes at Sam's Club, cheap beets and ginger at Walmart and a local grocery store. She studies the weekly inventory from Good Shepherd, Maine's only food bank, for good deals on butter and cheese. Every Monday morning, she shops at 3 different stores, keeping lists of prices in her head and remembering what particular clients want. On a recent trip to Sam's Club, she was searching for affordable eggs. The diminutive 78-year-old food pantry food director found them in a huge cooler. Stretching, she pulled 2 huge boxes off the top shelf. 7 dozen eggs each, $21 a box, $2.82 a dozen, she said. That's a good price for eggs. The eggs were destined for neighbor's cupboard, the food pantry in Winterport, Maine, that Allen has helped run for the past 17 years. Every Wednesday, she and a tight-knit group of volunteers provide 25 to 30 families with heaping bags of food. Maine has long been one of the most food-insecure states in New England. Directors of food pantries say the task of making sure people are fed is getting harder because of diminishing food supplies, increasing demand, and an overwhelming reliance on volunteers, many of whom are retirees with ages up into their 80s. In March, the Trump administration cut more than $1 billion from 2 U.S. Department of Agriculture programs, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, which provides free food to food banks nationwide, and the Local Food Purchase Assistance Cooperative Agreement Program, which provides funds to state, territorial, and tribal governments to purchase food from local farmers for distribution to hunger relief organizations. I can watch the availability of federal food going down every month, Allen said. Charitable food networks are also bracing for $186 billion in cuts for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, the federal low-income nutrition program, better known as food stamps. In turn, Feeding America predicts that food pantries will simply see more demand. A group of former national park superintendents is calling on the Trump administration to close the parks to visitors in case of a government shutdown. Past shutdowns in which parks remained open led to vandalism of iconic symbols, destroyed wildlife habitat, and endangered visitors. 40 former superintendents said in a letter to Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. A shutdown now could be even worse, as parks are already under strain from a 24% reduction in staff and severe budget cuts, the former park officials said in their letter on Thursday. A secretarial order by Burgum directing parks to remain open has led parks to neglect trash collection and other routine maintenance work, the ex-official said. The April directive issued by Burgum came under criticism for staffing cuts across the country amid efforts by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency to slash federal spending. Burgum directed national parks to remain open and accessible despite job cuts and said his department and the National Park Service are committed to ensuring that all Americans have the opportunity to visit and enjoy our nation's most treasured places. Democratic Governor Jared Polis of Colorado on Friday urged federal officials to keep national parks open and staffed or create some mechanism for the state to help make that happen. Colorado and other states where national parks are major tourist draws lobbied to keep them open during past shutdowns. That's the news at this hour. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.